Good morning, it is day 86 and we are getting an early start. It is 6:38 right now and we are doing the final touches before we head out on the trail and hit the roller coaster for the day. Hit the trail at 6:57 and I watered up before I left, so hopefully we'll get through most of or a good part of the roller coaster before the heat sets in. But we are up and at 'em. We saw Mowgli this morning and Beans. They got in at about 7:30 last night and we were already in our tent, so we didn't get to visit with them, but we did this morning, and they're going to be going in by Bear's Den Hostel in that area for a pickup at a post office. And so I'm not sure when our paths will cross again, but really nice guys, and they're fun to spend time with. So Mowgli is having people sign his backpack and Beans is having people sign his hat. We have a long one of these today. Goes on for quite a while. Some of the boards are a little bit looser than others, so I kind of pay attention. There we go. And there's more. I think I slept pretty good last night and I feel pretty good. So this is where we're headed right now. Dun 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 dun. They even give us a warning. Yeah. But we are going to bust through this thing. Here is the start of the first climb on the roller coaster. We are in the middle of our second climb up the roller coaster, and so far so good. I let them get ahead of me so I could kind of show you the depth, but it still doesn't do it justice. Each climb of the roller coaster pretty much is a continual incline, but so far it hasn't been bad. And yeah, I better turn those off. I'm on all these rocks. We have just summited the second rise. This is Piney Ridge. Heading down. It's a big down. And then we will get after the third one. So far, so good. Okay, third rise of the roller coaster is starting now. Not too bad. Not all been climbs, but doable. Don't let anybody scare you out of it. This is part of a third rise. We are about 0.3 from the top and about 0.3 from hitting 1,000 miles. So a little bit more of a climb, and then we're going to have some celebration going on. We've just summited the rise on the third incline of the roller coaster, and we're at 999.9. So we are looking to click that over. and take you with. It's a big one.
So cool.
Here we are. Is that not a beautiful sign or what?
Yeah.
That's the best one yet.
Oh, it's difficult to
Topo Trio, right here.
I can't really get the...
Well, we did it. 1,000 miles. It's hard to believe. I didn't think I was going to get a little emotional, but I am. It's awesome. Now we're going down the third part of the roller coaster just to go back up. But it really hasn't been that bad. Especially because we get to celebrate at the top of this one. Almost halfway. We are almost through Virginia, and I know that people say that you get the Virginia blues. I haven't had them. I've really enjoyed it. There have been some parts of Virginia that have been a little bit like bland, and I don't even want to say that. Just, you know, you don't have the epic views, but it's beautiful landscaping. There have been some hard parts, some beautiful parts, but I think that because I have people to hike with, it makes it a lot easier, and people to visit with at camp, and, you know, share stories with. And then the other thing I think is really good is that we celebrate all the milestones, so it's kind of like celebrating the victory within the victory. So every time we conquer something or go past something like the guillotine or the Batman squeeze or Grayson Highlands 1,000-mile mark, every 100-mile mark has been a celebration for us. When we get done with this roller coaster, that'll be a celebration. When we get to Harper's Ferry, that'll be our celebration. So I think that we keep on putting things in front of us that motivate us to get to the next goal that we have. So, and then the big victory, hitting Mount Katahdin, that'll come because we've hit all the other little victories before that. So I think that really helps us and keeps us motivated, keeps us engaged in what we're doing and enjoying the journey. And I love taking you guys along with me. So thank you for being a part of this journey of mine and sharing these experiences with me and giving me all the support that you guys have. We're going down 3 and getting ready to start climbing 4. So we have 5 miles before we hit lunch, and then that'll be at Bear's Den, and then we'll keep on moving on from there. So one step at a time, that's what it's all about. We're climbing to the top of Buzzard Hill, and that will be our 4th summit rise of roller coaster. We're almost there. We just summited Buzzard Hill, rise 4, conquered. Now we will continue on. We have 2 more climbs before lunch. And Bear's Den is at the top of the 6th climb. This one I would say was the easiest out of the 4 that we've already done. We just met Stump Knocker, and he is the class of 2002.
True, yep.
Yep, he was a through hiker back then. We just wanted to say congratulations, and it was nice talking to you.
And they're over 1,000 miles now.
That's right. We just conquered rise number 5, and I think it was the longest and the steepest so far. But I think rise number 6 is almost just like it. And then we will break for lunch. Phew. That was wrong information. We are rise number 5, but we have 2 more rises. Lunch is at the rise of, lunch is at the 7th rise. So, got a little bit further to go, but it's only 10 to 11, so we're doing good. Okay, we have just conquered the 6th rise of the roller coaster, and so we have one more climb. It's like a climb and a half, and then we will be at Bear Den hostel, and that's where we'll have lunch. So I think we have a little over 2 miles to go, and we still have more of the roller coaster to go, but we'll break it up a little bit by having lunch at Bear Den. So that climb wasn't as challenging as rise number 5. So it was still a good climb, but right now 5 has the prize. We have been so lucky with this weather. I know that it's hot, but I would rather have the heat than the rain, because I can do things to make sure that I'm okay with that, as far as, you know, drinking enough water and getting the electrolytes in and stuff like that. But when it rains, with this terrain here, I think that obviously it's not as safe because it's muddy and slippery and things like that. So I just can't get over how lucky we've been and blessed to have the weather we have had for this first 1,000 miles. And golly, it's been something else. So it's another beautiful day out there, and I don't know, I know rain's coming. I don't know when, but even the rain that we've had hasn't been horrible. We had that one really bad storm, but luckily the worst part of it skipped us. I don't know if it was a tornado or a twist. I don't know. I don't know what went through that tore all those trees up, but we weren't right in that spot. So we were close, but so we've just really been blessed, and I'm really, really grateful for that. All right, I'm gonna keep on going down. It's starting to get a little more rocky. This is the terrain we've been doing for quite a while now, both up and down. We're getting ready to start our last incline before lunch. Don't know whether these rocks will be with us the whole way or not, but really got to pay attention to where you're stepping, and definitely slows you down a little bit. There's the Bear Den Trail Center. We have made it to the top of the 7th rise, and I think the 7th one takes the prize. Well, here's the Bear's Den hostel. It is run by the ATC. It's like a 0.1 off the trail. I don't know. Okay, we just left Bear's Den. We weren't able to get pizza or ice cream, but we did get sodas. They charged $1 for a can. We got rid of our garbage. We talked to a couple of the guys that are staying there. Mowgli got there, so we got to say hi to him. And I'm just showing you a little bit of the scenery as I'm talking. But so I had I had tortillas. I had one with tuna fish, and then I had a little bit of peanut butter that I wanted to use. So I put the peanut butter on the tortilla, and then I crunched up these protein cookies and put it on there, and had a tortilla with that. So look at this view. All right, Virginia, you're giving us something to look at. But the guys that were staying at the hostel said that the next section's pretty rocky. So it's probably not going to be much different than the hill that we just finished. The rise of the roller coaster. Got a couple more inclines to go to put that in our hip pocket and say we have completed that. So we're on our way. Okay, we made it to the top of the 8th rise. It's the first one after lunch. We had a little one before this, but this was the big one to get us started. We have 2 more. We have exciting news on the next incline, and then the next incline we end the roller coaster. I know I look pretty hot, as in overheated. I'm not overheated, but I checked the weather and it is 90 degrees outside today. So I am stopping every 15 minutes and taking a drink of my electrolytes. And I remember a while back when my team all got food poisoning, and I called my doctor and he told us to give them Gatorade and Pedialyte because they were getting dehydrated. They were all sick. They were puking, and it was coming out of both ends. Not to get graphic, but he said that as soon as the Pedialyte or the Gatorade hit the inside membranes of the mouth, where the cheeks are and stuff, they start absorbing the electrolytes and stuff, and so that would help get them from getting dehydrated. So I always try to take at least 2 sips, and I swish it around in my mouth first, and then I swallow it. So every 15 minutes, I'm stopping to take a little water break. And I know if any of my volleyball players are watching, they're like, oh man. I always forgot to give water breaks at practice. Not because I was trying to be mean or tough, just because I was so into what we were doing. And I would get the body language from the kids, like, or, you know, and which would remind me that they needed some water. But they would never ask. They would just, well, not verbally, they wouldn't, but sign language wise, body language wise, they were letting me know that they needed some water. So we're going down, climb number 8, and then we have 2 more to go, and we will be out of the roller coaster. So this heat is no joke, though. I'm so glad we stopped at Bear's Den. We got to sit inside with the AC a little bit and cool our body temperature down and get a couple cold drinks. And then we sat outside at the picnic table under a pavilion, and we're shaded so we could stay cool. It's amazing the difference in the temperature. If we were not protected by the trees right now, I think this would be miserable. But we're doing it, and We're not making great time. I think we're making good time considering, but we need to go careful because of the rocks. And the faster we go, I think the more overheated we would get. So I'm gonna keep on heading down, get ready for that next climb. We just did a big thing today. Not only did we capture 1,000 miles, but we're in West Virginia, baby. All right, that's 4 states down. That was a big one. Just past the West Virginia border, we come up to Ravens Rock. Oh, what a great view. This is the first view in West Virginia. Ninth rise of the roller coaster complete. Now we have one more climb and we are done with the roller coaster for today. And we'll close that out and that'll be another victory in the book. Way to go. One more climb. We are on our last climb of the roller coaster. We have 0.7 to get to the top, and then we have conquered the roller coaster, and it is 4:38, and we still have about 4 miles, maybe a little bit longer than that, to get to our final destination for today. So we're going to do it one step at a time. The heat has definitely been a factor, but we are all in agreement that it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. I'm still under the impression, I still have one more climb, but at this point, that rise 7 of the roller coaster was the toughest. We did it. We just ended the roller coaster. Okay, we just conquered the roller coaster, and one day, another victory for the Topo Trio.
Yeah.
Well, we've made it to the Blackburn Trail Center. We are heading off the AT and ending our hike for today. So, we are tired. It is 6:30 and we have completed over 18 miles today. I think that's 3 18-mile days in a row. And tomorrow we hike into Harper's Ferry and have the whole rest of that day in the 0 the next day after that to recuperate and get our chores done and do a little shopping. We all have things we want to look at the outfitters, and so hopefully they will have what we all need and we will be set up to continue the trail with our new gear. We are at the Blackburn
Trail Center,
and this is Chris, and he is the
caretaker
of this whole establishment here. And so I just wanted to I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about this place so that future hikers know what this is and where it's at.
Okay, we're at mile 1013 northbound on the AT, so and just 0.2 off the trail. And we're a facility that's owned by the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club, and we serve hikers of all kinds, and especially through hikers, section hikers. We've got all kinds of camping. We've got a hiker cabin. We've got a giant screen porch on the main house that hikers can sleep in. We've got a solar shower. We've got charging for your devices. We've got water that you don't need to filter.
Yay!
And super clean privies.
That's awesome.
So come see us, yeah.
And how long has this building been around? Do you know?
This building, the original building was built in 1913 by a doctor in Washington, D.C. And this was his weekend and summer getaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long has the Potomac?
I'm not sure exactly. I want to say probably sometime in the maybe 40s.
So they've been using this. This has been a
Yeah, the property has been part of the PATC for a long time.
wow.
But this, I think the kitchen was added in the 90s,
Okay.
the commercial kitchen. And they also added rooms upstairs, so there's 17 bunks.
Oh wow.
And so they can have groups, people can rent this place for events. And also the trail maintenance crews, they come and stay here.
Okay.
They stay here during the night, they go out in the fields during the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So can people use those bunks?
Groups can do it.
Groups can do it.
not
Okay.
individuals.
And then it is donation based. Is that
Correct.
correct? And where's the donation box?
The
I didn't
donation
see
box
it.
is on the front porch by the hiker box,
Okay.
and near the registration book so people can sign in.
Gotcha. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about you.
on that.
You shared with us the two other places that you've done this. So
Yes.
can you tell them a little bit about your experience as far as,
So last year I was the only ridge runner in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I did that for 8 months. During that time, hiked 1,046 miles
wow,
on that 72-mile section. 12 shelters, 6 privies, so it's a lot of work, but it was a great opportunity.
yeah,
The year before that, in 2022, I was a backcountry caretaker for the Appalachian Mountain Club in New Hampshire, in the White Mountains.
gotcha.
Also great. And before that, I was a lawyer.
Oh wow,
I'm a retired attorney.
good for you. I just retired last June. So what got you involved in this?
So I've always liked hiking and backpacking, and I've been long sections hikes of the AT.
Right.
Not the whole thing yet. And just love the hiking community and like to stay involved and help hikers and help preserve the trail.
Right.
So that's pretty much it.
Good. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to give them a tour
Absolutely.
around if you don't mind, and
Yeah.
we appreciate it, and we are so glad to be here.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. So we are at the Blackburn Trail Center, and that down there is the solar shower. So I took a nice shower there earlier. This is the back porch. I'm going to be sleeping around the corner over there inside the screened-in porch. The privy is behind the garage, and it is donation based. So right now I'm trying to work on getting my dinner done. It is taking a little bit of time to get rehydrated, but that is my food. I think there's something wrong with this. I thought it was the gas can, but I used it on 2 different gas cans and barely even puts out the fuel. So hopefully when I get to, there's an REI in Pennsylvania, I'll be able to switch it out. But until then, I don't know what I'll do. But it's a work in progress, I guess. But right now I'm going to eat and then edit. My body is tired, but feels good at the same time. We did 18.2, and tomorrow we only have to do 12.4. And then we will be in Harper's Ferry, and we're going to take a 0. And I just found out that my niece is going to meet me there on Wednesday as she's traveling from point A to point B. And so she'll be going through there. And so she's going to stop by and spend a little time with me before she hits the road. So I'm super excited about that. But I will say goodbye to you in a little bit. I'm going to eat right now. Okay, well, I'm getting ready to crawl into my sleeping bag or underneath my quilt and call it a day. This body is tired. My belly is full, and today was a great day. So well worth the miles. So I think we finished with 18.2. We hit the 1,000-mile mark, We got to West Virginia. We finished the roller coaster, and we are staying here instead of out in the woods. And we also stopped at the Bear Den Hostel. So it's been a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the morning. So hold on. So sorry. Peace out, and I will see you in the morning. Bye. We're heading to Harper's Ferry tomorrow.